Hello and welcome to Dateline Lagos on Channels Television. I'm Ayo Tunde Balogun. Coming up on the program, Governor Sanwo-Olu presents 2023 proposed budget, Governor Sanwo-Olu commissions 62 fire equipment, and state government hands over 3 new fire stations. The Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has reiterated his call for a special status for Lagos, describing the state as a national asset. Governor Sanwo-Olu made the comment while presenting the 2023 budget proposal of 1.692 trillion naira to the Lagos State House of Assembly. He said the 2023 budget will focus on ongoing projects in the state, particularly in the area of health, education, security, and indeed road infrastructure. Take a look.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu makes his way into the Lagos State House of Assembly to present the proposed budget for the year 2023 to the lawmakers. It's an opportunity for the governor to explain how the 2022 budget was spent before presenting the 2023 appropriation bill.
In education, since 2019, we have successfully executed 1,149 unique projects in our schools. This includes the construction and handing over of 1,047 new classrooms. We've rehabilitated extensively 197 schools. We've constructed 8 brand new hostel accommodation in some of our model schools. We've handed close to 2,000 bed spaces in these schools. We've constructed and handed over 8 tower security buildings. We've rehabilitated about 298 public secondary schools. We have also introduced what we call the first and the last mile transport system. We've added over 500 new last mile buses into the fleet. Within the last 3 years, we've added high capacity, about 1,200 high capacity buses into our fleet in Lagos State. And these fleets are moving over 4 million people on the ridership on a daily basis. These buses have been introduced in different parts to ease the ban on Okada that we have in other parts of the city. Mr. Speaker, in water transportation, today we're building terminals in 16 locations. 7 of them are already completed and will be handed over, and the remaining 8 will be completed before the end of our administration. We have also awarded, which is ongoing, the Lekki Regional Road, which is from Freedom Road to the outpost at VGC. We are also on track to ensure that the plan around the 4th mainland bridge, we sign the documents before the end of this year, once we have from our consultants and our investors the completion of the due diligence that we are doing currently. To optimize transport infrastructure, we have completed a total of 361 sectional road rehabilitation. We've handed over 240 new palliatives, and our Lagos State Public Works have done over 650 inner roads all around the city. We are completely rebuilding the Lekki-Ekpe Expressway with a re-enhanced and reinforced concrete from the first phase from the Eleko Junction to the Ekpe Junction, which is an 18.7 kilometer, 6-lane rigid pavement road. The phase 2 of this road, which will start from the Eleko Junction also to Abraham Adesanya, has since been awarded and construction is underway. Mr. Speaker, members of this House, it gives me great joy and delight to announce to you that we are on the grips of successfully birthing a fully functional light rail system within the Lagos metropolis. This is the first project of this kind funded by any subnational anywhere in the world. The blue line and the red line are scheduled to commence operations within the first quarter of 2023.
After reading out what has been achieved under his administration, he goes ahead to present a budget estimate for the year 2023.
With a total budget size of 1,692,670,753,894. The 2022 budget has been implemented under a very tight and challenging economic scenario. We, however, will continue to do all we can to stabilize and to further grow our economy. As our antecedents have shown, we have been able to maintain a steady pace of economic growth and development, despite the headwinds that COVID-19 presented, despite all of the global disruption to supply chains, despite the wars in Russia and Ukraine, and despite the staggering inflation and the inconsistent foreign currency regime that we see in our country and in the global world. Despite all of these challenges, we will continue to intensify our efforts in building a resilient economy, and it is gratifying to note that Lagos State does not lack the courage. We do not lack the character. We do not lack the conviction. Neither do we lack the creativity needed to sustain our position as the economic powerhouse of our country. We will keep challenging ourselves to innovate, to think out of the box, to grow, and to keep the rising of Lagos up bigger than what we have met. The road may be rough, but we'll keep moving. We believe it's Ajumose Gugowani. In direct response to some of the aftershocks of the global challenges, the state has reinforced its commitment to prudent management of the resources by proposing a bill for the Lagos State Wealth Fund. This fund will include a stabilization fund which will support our ability to absorb future and sustained shock. It will provide an infrastructure fund as well as a technology and innovation fund that will support our quest and our vision to lead Africa to a leveraged, innovative position and leapfrog our citizens and our people into the future. In keeping with our unique history, legacy, and demography, Lagos continues to experience increased pressure on social services due to unhindered migration from other parts of the country. It is for this reason that I have always sought and still continue to reiterate the need for Lagos to be accorded a special status as a national asset. Lagos is too big for this country to allow it to fail. Lagos is too strategic for us not to see that the whole sum of Lagos is the whole sum of this country.
Tagged Budget of Continuity, the total proposed budget size stands at 1.692 trillion naira, with a total revenue of 1.342 trillion naira and deficit financing of 350 billion naira. Some of the other components of the budget include capital expenditure at 932.7 billion naira, that's about 55%, recurrent expenditure at 759.9 billion naira, recurrent debt service at 109 billion naira. The Speaker of the State House of Assembly assures of prompt consideration of the proposed budget.
We have come together again to fulfill the requirements stipulated in Section 1211 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, which intendment is to deepen democracy, strengthen democratic institutions, and create a society that is not only habitable, but which provides a pride of place for its residents. Dear Lagosians, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, our governor, has given us details of how the government of Lagos intends to utilize the state's wealth to further boost development of the state. It is noteworthy that the year 2023 budget of continuity, with a size of 1,692 billion, 671 million plus, is the last to be presented by this administration as we move towards electioneering and the ushering into existence of a new dispensation next year by special grace of God. There is, therefore, no doubt that in the remaining months leading to the end of this administration, so much more needs to be done, so much is still needed from us as the good people of Lagos yearn for more dividends of democracy, especially at this critical time. While it is the constitutional responsibility of this House to do the needful by meticulously working on the budget as presented by Mr. Governor. I want to assure Lagosians that members of this honorable House will give a thought to the challenges so far highlighted, as well as other considerations in the process of shaping the proposal to meet the aspiration of the people.
According to the Lagos State Government, the 2023 budget will be mostly about the people, with emphasis on modern infrastructure that will meet the needs of a 21st century city like Lagos.